This first tip that I'd like to share is great for you paper crafters who like to use pages from old books. Now, most of us take our Scotch tape, we lay it on the page, and then we lift the copy off so that we can then further embellish. Now, you know that you're going to end up with stacks of Scotch tape that look like this, and that's great. But there are some other things that you can use, like these lint rollers. And what you do is you just lay that on the page, and you can lift your copy the same way. Now, it might take 2 or 3 sheets depending on the type of lint roller you're using, but it works just as great. Keep in mind that your lint rollers have different degrees of stickiness. So experiment and have fun. This next tip is really great if you're preparing to stamp for a class or if you're preparing for a group of girlfriends. I like to take these ribbon containers that you get from the Angel Company with your ribbon in them, and I put all of their little supplies right inside here that they'll use for a project, like their little flowers, any hardware, and I put it right in the case so it's all nice and organized. Another thing that I love to use for classes are these little mini glue dots. If you've never tried these, they're great. You can easily just pull back the sheet here. If you want to apply it to the back of a button, it sticks right onto the back. And in this case, I took a little gemstone and I've already pre-applied a little glue dot there, and I can pop it right in there and it's ready for my page. Quick and easy and no cleanup. We already know that all of us paper crafters have scrap boxes. Well, I keep a special scrap box that has a lot of rejects in it, or parts like this where I've got the negative left from something that I cut with my die cutter. And it's great when I'm working on projects. For example, I just laid this on here, and then you can take your stipple brush and brush right inside there to get an effect like this. So great to use right there, but leave all your scraps handy because these are great for your customers, for your girlfriends, for your children to come in and find something, and who knows, they can make trash to treasure. This next tip is very important for someone like myself who, if I have something in a storage container behind closed boxes, I forget that I have it. So I keep all of my pencils stored out in the open like this, where they're easy to see, easy to remember, easy to utilize. And this is how I store my Copic markers. I keep them in, this is just a little utensil tourney cart, and I keep my Copics in here, and then I always use the brush side, so that's the side that I store down. Like most paper crafters, I'm always looking for trash that I can make a treasure. In cases like this, this is a plastic pen holder that we get from a vendor that just end up in the trash. So what I do is I take a piece of paper and I cut it down to size, I put a layer of clear gesso on it, and then I wrap it around the container because I like to have pretty pencil holders, and when my girlfriends come in to stamp with me, I like them to have a little pretty container for their work area too. And then I take these little, I might add little balls to it, or just fun little trim I'll put on the top. Maybe little beads can go up here, or even these fun little feather boas that work great right around the rim of a cup or a can that you can get from your craft store. Another great thing for Trash to Treasure is this is the lid of a CD case. And this is something that I made for my daughter. Now, I didn't cover it with paper because she likes to see what's inside her tin, but she also wants her things to be pretty too. So I just add a little bit of trim to it that matches my more Mimi decor. And for my nieces and nephews, I can do simple things for them as well. So take your unsightly trash and add a little bit of paper, and you have trash to treasure.